Well, today we're talking about safety. Stick around. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the garage, and as you saw in the last video, we got our new Corbeau seats installed, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't really feel comfortable just doing lap belts only. This thing's going to be seeing highway miles 70 plus, and so I was like, man, is there a way that I can get a harness into this car without having to put a harness bar or cage or anything like that in it? And that's whenever I stumbled across Schroth's ASM line of harnesses. Now, there's something special about these compared to most 4-point harnesses, and that is that they are designed to go into a car without a harness bar, and they are completely street legal. So these are DOT, NVHSS, all that crap, street legal. And as far as I could tell, this is the only brand of harness that has that designation. We'll see what we got going on here. What is this? Oh, here's the part. This is the back part. Okay, goes over the seats, and you'll notice there is this portion right here. It's got this ASM logo on it. This is the Rallye 4. It's tested for FMVSS 209. That is what makes this thing street legal. And essentially what happens is whenever you have this on versus a normal harness, whenever you get into a wreck, it's really important, obviously, that this goes straight back. But whenever you get into a wreck, it has a tendency to smash you down in the seat, called submarining. And ASM actually stands for anti-submarine technology. And what this does is, because of this little unit right here, it has some belt in it, causes your upper body to roll like if you had a 3-point harness on. So if you had a 3-point harness on, it would be going across your body like this. And whenever you get into a wreck, you kind of roll because you've got your right shoulder, if you're in the driver's seat, loose. And this allows it to do the same thing. So this acts as a 3-point harness, which means I can install this in the car, and not only, this is the portion that goes in the back, it has a detachment on it to make it quick and easy to detach. But not only can I install this in the car, but I can install these into the factory seatbelt locations in the back seat. Even though they're below my shoulders, because of that roll motion, it still is a safe harness. And so Schroth, as I said, developed this. I know there are some people out there that license it. I think Takata may be one of them. And they've got a couple different setups. They've got a 3-point where instead of having two back here like this, it just goes back to one strap. But since the mounting locations are different for the 3-point, the 4-point like this is specifically designed to go to the rear passenger seat belt mounts. And what's cool is because of this buckle here that allows you to disconnect the front section from the harness, you can disconnect the front section from the harness, leave it to the side, still use the lap belts, and people can still use lap belts in the rear. So the other thing that's very interesting, and I'm not going to make you sit through watching me install this, but these tabs that go down to your factory seatbelt bolt locations can be bent up to, I think, 90 degrees. And so you can actually put a little tweak in this, get it mounted down, bend this to where it needs to be so all of your belts sit nice. And obviously when you want to pull in this direction, you don't want to pull in like that on the harness. So you can tweak all of those and get it in place. They're about 240 bucks a piece, which for a safety item, I don't have any issue spending. I know that you can get Other belt setups cheaper. You're talking about $500 for your front passengers. But the main thing about this is I don't have to worry about tearing my headliner up to find the attachment point for the factory 3-point shoulder. And I honestly will feel better having a modern technology and a name like Schroth Racing holding me into my seats as I'm going down the highway. So I just thought I would kind of share the next stage of it, what's going on with the Chevelle, to give you some ideas. This is part of getting it ready for Rocky Mountain Race Week. The clock is ticking. I've got less than 2 months at this point in time, and I'm just not getting anything done. I've been fighting with the cheap Chinese steering column. I finally broke down and ordered a Flaming River today, just because I don't even get me started. But, oh, and surprisingly, this does come with some hardware, but it'll be interesting to see. These are fine pitch grade 8 bolts, whether or not they bolt into the factory locations for the back seats. Obviously, I already have the front ones because it's going to be bolting into the same location as the lap belts. But if not, I've got some spare hardware that I think will fit the factory back seat stuff. And honestly, I'm not showing you an install video right now, so you don't get to see me flop around for 20 minutes trying to get the back seat out. This one does not do the push down and pop out like it's supposed to. I've got to get screwdrivers in there and wedge it. Trust me, there's 1,000 videos. The only other thing I want to talk about that might be important to know is if you are buying these, some of them are made for right versus left. They say they want this on the inside. So the Rallye 3s, it seems to matter, but on the Rallye 4s, they don't show a different part number for driver or passenger side. So be aware if you're looking at harnesses like this, if it is one of them that has one specific for the driver or passenger side, make sure you're getting the proper one. As far as I can tell, I'm not sure why it would matter if both of us roll to this way, driver and passenger, but I am sure it has something to do with the approvals that they had to get. So that's going to be it for now. I just want to give you a quick update of what was going on here in the garage, what the next step was, and stay tuned because we're going to have a lot more Chevelle stuff coming down the pipe in the next coming weeks as we get this thing ready for Rocky Mountain Race Week. Along with, we're going to have a lot more Global B stuff coming, and we might even have some 3rd gen stuff coming out here soon. Keep your fingers crossed. So that's it for now. You guys know the drill. Thanks for stopping by the garage. Remember, ABT, always be tuning.